Have you ever met someone in their 60s or 70s who seems younger than their age? Not just in the way they look, but in the way they carry themselves. Maybe you have wondered, what is their secret? Is it luck, good genes, or something they do every day that keeps them energetic and full of life? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you will hear the story of two friends, Arthur and Samuel. They are the same age, grew up in the same town, and even went to the same school. Yet today, at 70 years old, they live completely different lives. One is still gardening, walking, and traveling with his grandchildren, while the other struggles with constant fatigue and health issues. The difference between them is not fate. It is the small daily choices they made after turning 50. And if you're in that age range, or you care about staying healthy as you grow older, their story might hold the key for you. Before we dive in, I want you to do something for me. As I go through the 10 most common behaviors that can make aging harder, listen closely. Pick one that feels most familiar to you and write the number in the comments. Let's see which one resonates the most with this community. Now, let's start with Arthur and Samuel. Arthur was the kind of man who believed that aging was a natural decline, something you cannot control. After retiring at 62, he spent most of his time on the couch watching television. He rarely exercised, and he thought walking to the mailbox was enough. His meals were quick and processed, fast food, canned soup, and sugary snacks. Samuel, on the other hand, took a different path. He remembered what his doctor once told him: "You may not stop aging, but you can choose how you age." He decided to treat his retirement as a second chapter, not the end of the book. He started small: a 10-minute walk, a little stretching, replacing soda with water. And over time, these small changes built a completely different life. So what are the 10 behaviors that often make seniors age poorly, leaving others worried, and how can you avoid them? Let's break it down. 1. Ignoring movement. One of the biggest mistakes Arthur made was avoiding movement. Many seniors believe rest is best, but in reality, the body needs activity to stay strong. Lack of movement leads to stiffness, weaker muscles, and even higher risk of falls. Samuel didn't go to the gym. He simply walked around his neighborhood every morning, and sometimes he practiced light chair yoga. These simple habits kept his joints flexible and his heart strong. So ask yourself, are you moving enough each day? If this point hits home, write number 1 in the comments. 2. Overeating processed foods. Arthur loved his ready-to-eat meals. They were quick, salty, and comforting. But processed foods are often loaded with sodium, sugar, and unhealthy fats, which slowly damage the heart and increase the risk of diabetes. Samuel focused on colorful plates. Fresh vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and fish became his daily staples. He was not on a strict diet. He simply ate more natural foods than packaged ones. The lesson here is simple: eat more foods that come from the earth, not from the factory. Now, here's something surprising. One behavior that makes many seniors feel older than they are is neglecting mental health. Loneliness, stress, and lack of purpose can be as dangerous as physical illness. Arthur spent long hours in isolation, often scrolling on his phone or watching TV without much interaction. Samuel joined a local book club and volunteered twice a week. He kept his mind active and his spirit connected. If you agree that mental health is just as important as physical health, write number 3 in the comments. Number 4. Poor sleep habits. Arthur used to stay up past midnight watching late-night shows. He thought retirement meant no rules, no bedtime. But his body disagreed. Poor sleep weakened his immune system, clouded his memory, and left him tired during the day. Samuel followed a consistent bedtime routine. He dimmed the lights, read a book, and went to bed around the same time every night. That consistency helped his body repair and recharge. Sleep is not wasted time. It is one of the most powerful medicines for aging well. Number 5. Ignoring preventive care. Another behavior that often causes trouble is skipping doctor visits. Arthur avoided checkups. He thought if I feel fine, I must be fine. But silent issues like high blood pressure or high cholesterol don't always show symptoms until it's too late. Samuel, on the other hand, took preventive care seriously. Regular checkups, dental visits, and eye exams helped him catch small problems before they became big ones. Remember, prevention is always easier than treatment. Number 6, neglecting strength training. Here's a secret many people don't realize. As we age, we lose muscle faster than we think. Arthur never did any form of strength exercise. Over time, simple tasks like lifting grocery bags became difficult. Samuel discovered resistance bands. He didn't lift heavy weights, just light exercises with bands and body weight were enough to keep his muscles strong. That strength gave him independence and confidence. Strength training is not just for young athletes. It is for anyone who wants to live independently in old age. Number 7, negative attitude toward aging. One subtle but powerful behavior is the mindset we carry about aging. Arthur often said, "I'm old, I can't do this anymore." That belief shaped his actions, and slowly it became true. Samuel, in contrast, embraced aging with curiosity. He learned new skills, even tried painting at 70. His positive outlook kept his brain flexible and his heart light. Attitude may not change biology, but it changes how we experience it. Number 8, dehydration. Here's one most people overlook. As we get older, the sensation of thirst decreases. Arthur drank mostly coffee and soda, which left him dehydrated. Dehydration can cause confusion, headaches, and even increase the risk of falls. Samuel made a simple rule: a glass of water every morning, one at lunch, and one at dinner. Small routines like this kept his body hydrated and his mind clear. Water truly is the simplest form of medicine. 9. Lack of mental stimulation. Arthur stopped challenging his brain. He believed learning was for the young. But the brain, like a muscle, needs exercise too. Without stimulation, memory and focus decline faster. Samuel played chess, did crossword puzzles, and learned how to use new technology. These activities kept his brain sharp and resilient. Never stop learning. Curiosity is one of the best shields against cognitive decline. 10. Neglecting social bonds. Finally, one of the most heartbreaking mistakes is neglecting friendships. Arthur slowly lost contact with his old friends and rarely reached out. Loneliness ate away at his joy. Samuel valued connection. He regularly called his children, met his neighbors for coffee, and attended community events. His relationships gave him strength, comfort, and laughter. Human connection is not optional. It is a core ingredient of healthy aging. So let's reflect. Arthur and Samuel started with the same opportunities, but their choices shaped their futures. Arthur aged faster, while Samuel aged gracefully. And the best part? It wasn't magic. It was simple, daily habits. Now it's your turn. Out of these 10 behaviors, which one feels most familiar to you? Write the number in the comments. If more than one applies, choose the one that speaks the loudest to your situation. Let's recap quickly. 1. Ignoring movement. 2. Overeating processed foods. 3. Ignoring mental health. 4. Poor sleep habits. 5. Ignoring preventative care. 6. Neglecting strength training. 7. Negative attitude toward aging. 8. Dehydration. 9.
lack of mental stimulation. 10. Neglecting social bonds. Each of these behaviors can make aging harder, but by addressing even one or two, you can change your future. Aging is not about counting the years, it's about making the years count. Whether you are 50, 60, or 70, it's never too late to start. If you learned something new today, share this story with someone you care about, because sometimes one conversation can change a life. And remember, healthy aging is not about avoiding wrinkles or chasing youth. It is about living with strength, clarity, and joy, no matter your age.